Hey guys, it's Naomi, and today I figured I'd bring you guys a travel themed video because summer is quickly approaching, which means it's prime travel time. I mean, it's high season, so it's kind of expensive travel time, but this warm and sunny weather makes it perfect to travel to places like Europe or other provinces in Canada. Now I know I'm no professional like travel vlogger or blogger or even travel agent, but I have been on quite a few trips over the last couple of years, so I really want to share some cheap and affordable, those words mean the same thing, don't they? Tips that will help you save some money when you guys travel. And to be honest, I do feel like I'm really qualified. I mean, I have a passport, a travel journal with the word, oh, there we go, with the words wander, explore, and discover on it. I mean, I've only written in 3 pages because I gave up, but that's besides the point. I have a globe, a map, Google Maps that is, a mug with a travel quote on it, and a travel tattoo on my foot. Okay, yeah, that is totally Sharpie. But in all seriousness, I do hope that these tips are helpful to you guys. I mean, some of you might be like, well, duh, when you hear them. But hey, if I help even like 1 or 2 of you guys, my job's done. So let's get into this list. Now I know that it used to be a common thing to kind of wait for last minute flights because a lot of airlines, this is not sponsored by Air Miles, guys. A lot of airlines would put their seats for dirt cheap last minute because they wanted to fill up their seats. But it's actually not the case anymore, and it's recommended to book a flight up to 8 weeks before for close distances and 18 weeks for further flights. My go-to site for booking flights is flighthub.com, but there is also Skyscanner, which actually compares the prices from like a bunch of different sites to help you get the lowest fare possible. Another tip is to sign up for email alerts from your favorite airlines because that is where you will find those last minute deals if there are any available, or even any sales that they might have. Now my next tip may seem impossible, but I promise you it's not. And that is to try and travel with only a carry-on bag. I promise, it can be done whether you're traveling for a week or a month. Yes, there are some cons to it, like having to wear the same outfit in pretty much all of your Instagram pictures, but I promise there are a lot of pros. Like for instance, you save money on baggage fees because pretty much all airlines charge extra for check-in luggage. This is usually $25 a bag each way, so that can be an extra $50 on your airline ticket, especially if you're doing a multi-destination trip like backpacking Europe. These baggage fees are going to add up and cost you like over $100, I guarantee you that. My third tip is to stay in a hostel. Yes, that's right, hostel with an S, not a hotel. Now I know what some of you are immediately picturing. A room full of like 15 beds that resembles an orphanage. And in some cases, you're right. That is exactly what a hostel room looks like. You know what? Let me give you guys a quick tour. We've got lockers to lock your stuff up because no one can be trusted. Bunk beds. These beds were actually super comfy. I'm actually staying in a 6-bedroom female dorm right now. But I've actually stayed in some hostels that were at hotel quality, if not better. Now why hostels are a great thing, I'm pretty sure I've said this before in a video, is because one, it's super easy to meet people. Most hostels have like a lounge area or bar and host activities and tours during the day and night, which makes it so easy to meet people traveling from all over the world. Some hostels even offer free food. Like I've stayed in one in Miami that had free breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was awesome. And yeah, super affordable accommodation that will cost you like a third, maybe even a quarter of what a hotel room would cost you for the night. This is especially great if you're traveling alone or with like 1 or 2 other people. Like I've stayed in a hostel that cost me $8 Canadian a night. $8. Like I spend more on a Big Mac meal. It is important to note that not all hostels are the same. So my favorite website to book a hostel is hostelworld.com because it does have a bunch of reviews that rate everything from like its cleanliness to safety to atmosphere. So like whether it's a party hostel, depending on what you're looking for, you might want to search for something that's more quiet or, you know, likes to rage. Another great option if you are traveling with a bigger group, so like 4 to like 6 to heck, maybe even 10 people, is of course Airbnb. When you split the cost of one between a lot of people, it'll be really affordable. And the great thing about it is it's so much better than like a small and stuffy hotel room. You can get an entire house or apartment to yourself, or of course to share with your friends. When you're traveling, it can end up being pretty costly if you Uber everywhere. Or in some cases there's not even an Uber, so you're forced to cab it, which will cost you even more money. And so that is exactly why my fourth tip is to try to take public transit. Now I know this can be kind of intimidating, especially if you're in a country that like does not speak your language. You just have to do your research, don't be afraid to ask for help, and it will end up saving you money. Now I'm not sure if most countries offer this. I know that most cities in Europe do have this, but when possible, try to take a free walking tour. These are pretty much local tour guides who take you around the city. They can last anywhere from like 1 to 4 hours, so it's definitely great cardio. And it's honestly such a great way to get a better feel for the city, learn more about like its history, and even like key local spots. Like tour guides are awesome. They're there to answer any questions that you have, give you recommendations and stuff like that. And it's free. If you're staying in a hostel, they'll have those advertised, but you could also like Google it. A good company that has these in Europe, it's called Sandman Tours. So you just type in like Sandman Tours, Amsterdam, like whatever city you're in, and they have a meeting spot where you go to and you're off. I find that this is definitely a better option than like taking those double-decker tour buses, which could cost you anywhere from like $30 to $40. It doesn't matter if you're currently in school or you graduated school 2 years ago or 5 years ago. If you have your old student ID card, bring it, because a lot of places, especially like tour companies and stuff, will offer discounts. And most of the time they ask you to flash it for like a second. They do not look at the date or anything like that. I mean, of course, if you look like you're 40 or 50 years old, you probably might not get away with it. But if you've still got that youthful glow or you look like you're 16 like I do, bring that card, save some extra dollars. And my final tip for you guys is to exchange your money at home, because I've really found that exchange rates in airports abroad can be super high and pretty much a ripoff. So try to have a good estimate of how much money you'll be spending before you leave on your trip. Go to your bank or even like a money exchange place near your house. Also, another thing is that ATMs abroad, and again, when I'm saying abroad, I'm mostly talking about Europe, can be scamming you. Like they steal your information, your credit card info, so it's best to avoid them when possible. And of course, you don't want to carry too much cash, so I do suggest bringing a credit card, and I highly suggest that you apply for a credit card that has no foreign exchange fees. Because what most credit cards do is they'll charge you, say like 2.5%, to exchange your money from euros to Canadian, and then on top of that they'll charge like an extra 3% as a fee. So that really adds up when you're spending a lot of money abroad. So that is my last tip and the end of this list. I really hope that at least 1 or 2 of them were helpful for you guys. I know that a lot of these tips would only save you like a couple bucks here and there, but again, everything adds up when you're traveling. Like if you're saving a couple $100s, that could buy you a plane ticket for your next trip. So think about it that way, and I really hope that you guys get to go on all the trips you dream of and more. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! So don't let this be our final song.